Hello, YouTube friends. I'm Bob Main from the Handgun World podcast. Well, this is episode number 1 of my new YouTube video series that is entitled Bob's Bullet Points. This is going to be a video podcast. Each episode is going to be about 5 to 7 minutes in length, and I'm answering the call from a lot of my audio podcast listeners to do more videos. So once again, episode 1 of Bob's Bullet Points. I felt it would be fitting for this first episode to talk about something I recently did, a trip that I recently took, and some things I noticed about firearms and security when I was on that trip. In December 2017, my son and I took a 2-week vacation and we went to the Philippines. I've met a special lady over there, and that's for another podcast. But that was one of the major reasons why we went over there. As you may know, the country of the Philippines does not give their citizens or any visitors the right to carry a gun. Bob's Bullet Points, by the way, this is pretty much going to all be firearms and gun related. Occasionally, I may put some other topics into this podcast, this video podcast series. You know, maybe some personal development stuff and things like that. But it's going to be, the majority of the topic matter is going to be firearms related. So I couldn't carry when I was in the Philippines. I kind of felt naked because I carry a gun every day. For those of you who listen to my Handgun World audio podcasts, I always say on there, I carry a gun because I can't carry a cop. Well, in the Philippines, I couldn't do either. Couldn't carry a gun, and I had no cops with me. But I noticed something interesting when I was there. Nearly every public place that I went to, whether it was a shopping mall, a popular restaurant, grocery stores that were fairly large and open to the public places had armed security guards. They had guys with AR-15s, shotguns at every entrance, metal detectors. When I went to the mall several times, there were security guards there that were armed with either AR-15s or short-barreled shotguns, and there were metal detectors at every entrance to the mall, to the shopping mall. Same thing with a grocery store that I went to quite a bit in the Philippines. Even some tourist attractions had armed security there with pistols. I saw a lot of 1911s, and believe it or not, I saw a lot of SIGs on the hips of security guards. As a matter of fact, I was there for actually 16 total days, and I don't think I ever saw a security guard that was not armed. So, although when I was in the Philippines, although I didn't have a right to carry a gun because they don't have a Second Amendment there, so there's no constitutionally protected right to carry a gun, even though it's a God-given human right to every human on the face of the earth. As we all know, not all countries accept that. Not all countries recognize that. At least, though, I was impressed by the fact that the Philippines tried to give me some security while I was there spending money in their country. I respect that. I don't agree with the fact that they take away my right to carry a firearm, but at least they made not just an effort, they actually had armed security there protecting me or anybody else that might be in a harmful situation at one of their public places. Now, not every single place I went to had armed security, but a lot more places than I actually thought. I was told by some relatives of mine who had been there about the armed security situation. But I was impressed. So, Philippine government, hey, I gotta, my hat's off to you. I have to compliment you because even though you didn't recognize my right to take a gun into your country and protect myself, at least you have the armed security out there that is, and you're making an effort to protect your citizens and the visitors to your country. Way to go, Philippines. I'm Bob Main. This is Bob's Bullet Points, episode number 1, a subsidiary of the Handgun World podcast. Please subscribe to my channel because Bob's Bullet Points probably going to come out once a week, occasionally maybe twice a week, right here on YouTube. And if you don't already subscribe to my audio podcast, that's twice a month. On the 1st and 15th of every month, I do an everyday guy's view on concealed carry firearms training because I am an everyday guy. So you might want to go to www.handgunworld.com. That's handgunworld.com. You can listen right from my website. You can also subscribe to my podcast on iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, anywhere that you can get good podcasts and you can listen to them on your smartphone. Once again, thanks for tuning in to Bob's Bullet Points.